Well, unlike in the states of Iowa and New Hampshire, South Carolina's population is 30% African American. Saturday's Republican primary is open, meaning that even if somebody voted as a Democrat in past elections, they are able to vote in the GOP primary. Now, these two factors could be very helpful to Dr. Ben Carson, the only African American in either party running for president. One America's John Hines has more from Washington.
Today, Dr. Ben Carson is a successful neurosurgeon and best-selling author, but he was raised in Detroit as the son of a single mother who struggled to pay the bills. Carson recently described his campaign strategy of reaching African American voters with this message.
To get in front of a lot of audiences, to do a lot of interviews, a lot of radio, a lot of newspaper, and try to give people, to give people a real understanding of what I'm about, what I'm talking about.
Part of that strategy has involved running ads on African American radio stations featuring Dr. Alveda King, the niece of Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. In the South Carolina primary, in contrast to a winner-take-all primary, delegates are awarded by congressional district. King's ad targets the majority-minority 6th congressional district and could help Carson secure those delegates.
Dr. Ben Carson is a candidate for president in 2016. He's thoughtful, but also prayerful in everything he does, and these are the qualities he will bring to our country.
King's campaign ad may have an impact on African American voters, but the Carson campaign isn't just relying on her radio ads. Coalition's advisor, Shermichael Singleton, says the Carson campaign has implemented a special strategy.
So far, since January 1st through January 20th, we implemented something that we call the 20 Days of Faith Outreach Strategy. And during that 20 days, we ran radio ads on black gospel stations, as well as doing tons of calls, as well as putting folks on the ground to knock on doors to make sure that African Americans were registered to vote by the January 20th South Carolina deadline so that they could participate in voting come February 20th.
It remains to be seen how much Carson can motivate African Americans to turn out and vote in the GOP primary on Saturday. But if Carson can combine his appeal to faith voters with his outreach to African Americans, he may have an advantage that no other candidate can match. John Hines, One America News, Washington.